we are on the way to Genting Highlands, and we are driving the Honda City Sedan RS. Yes, this is the one with the 253 Newton meters of torque from the electric motor, which is part of the hybrid system. And of course, this is based on the City, and this is the City Sedan. There is a hatch that's actually waiting to be launched. We have done a bit of a test drive, and technically this one should be about the same in terms of power, because the drivetrain is identical. Now, powering the car is actually the electric motor, so in many ways you can say this is more of an electric car with an engine to help, rather than a pure hybrid car that has an engine and electric motor to help. So one of the functions of the engine is to actually charge up the battery whilst it is being used, and at certain times where it is required, the engine also helps to move the car, especially at higher speeds. So the car always starts off with the electric motor, and that is why Honda talks about the 253 Newton meters of torque. The engine itself has 127 Newton meters of torque. Yes, it is a 1.5, and the torque figures are lower than that of the standard 1.5 IV Tech engine, which has 121 PS and 145 Newton meters of torque. Whereas the one on this car is running on Atkinson cycle, and it is one of the most thermally efficient engines, running at a thermal efficiency of 40.5%. So this is a very economical engine, and it is tuned to only 98 PS and 127 Newton meters of torque. But then it's only in a helping role in the powertrain, and also at high speeds, Honda discovered that it was actually more economical to just run engine. And so at high speeds, only the engine is driving the car. So, driving on the road, you get a mixture of engine running the car and electric motor running the car, but most of the time the electric motor is doing the work. And how does it feel on the road? We're going at about 110 kilometers per hour. Yes, a little bit above the speed limit, but we're just following the flow. At this level, there is a bit of road noise, mostly from the tires and a little bit from the engine. Suspension is on the comfortable side of firm. Yeah, so Honda springs their cars a little bit softer for comfort. And don't forget, guys, this is a sedan. It is a family sedan, and it is made for family use. So comfort is number one. Of course, the topmost priority is fuel economy. This car, driven correctly, will give you a rated fuel consumption of 3.6 liters per 100. Now that's very good fuel consumption, close to 30 kilometers per liter. Yes, so it is a big achievement, and we hope to do a fuel consumption test to check that one out. And when we get to the mountain, we'll check how it climbs the hill with 253 Newton meters of torque. So every time you decelerate, it is charging up the battery. Now I'm going to check on the departure mitigation, I want it off, and lane departure, I want it off, and collision mitigation, I want it off. Okay, so there you are. Stuck the smart tag in a little crevice. Alright guys, here is where the real test begins. We are going to get near the entrance. Yes, just in time to overtake this truck. Econ button is off. Yes. Monkeys on the road. Okay, we had to swerve to avoid a monkey. Okay, so this is what 253 Newton meters of torque does to your car. Handling quite okay so far. Only thing I note is the pedal shifters don't do very much. it just does anything you want it to do. The suspension may be soft, but actually it kind of holds after it tilts down a little bit, then it sort of like holds. Just to let him know I'm here. Okay, downhill is a test of brakes. Okay, we put into B to help with the braking, because that increases the regen rate. Okay, just so that he doesn't take the line. Thank you. It just shifts up by itself, so you don't need to shift up. You only need to shift down, but it doesn't shift down when you want it to. But still, it's quite nice to drive. Okay, there's a car inside there. Thank you. He stayed on one side for me. There's Alan Tan in his Starlet. Okay, we're at the roundabout. Thank you, Mr. Motorbike, for letting me through. And we'll just go on to the next stage. Okay, the battery never ran out throughout the entire stage. We still have 2 bars left at the bottom. And of course, it's now regenerating very quickly. So I can see here from the meter, the engine is actually helping to drive the car, and at the same time it is charging, and at the same time as I accelerate, it is discharging electricity. So the motor and engine are driving the car together at this stage in time. So everything is done automatically. You don't have to have any input except to step on the accelerator. Okay, so when I press the pedal shifter to shift down the transmission, it actually doesn't do very much. just hoping we get a good second climb. And here goes. And yes, this is the last corner, and we are here at Genting Highlands. Woo. Okay, overall analysis, yes, it's faster than normal cars, but it still is a little bit on the slow side. But guys, remember, this is a car that is made for fuel economy. The fact that it has 253 Newton meters of torque is coincidental, and you're supposed to go and drive it like a hybrid and enjoy it. Yes, but of course, for our fans, we had to bring it up the mountain to show you what it can do. Yes, and we did just that. So yes, the car can be fun if you take it out once in a while, up the mountain and go for weekend outings. It is a little bit faster than the normal city, and it is also very, very economical. Right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed our drive. Thanks very much for being with us, and till we meet again in the next video. Bye bye.